Alright. Gotchas. That's a thing in this game, right? Don't worry, I don't have a script. This will go off the rails real fast. Tokens to unlock said gotchas. We all know what they are, right? Photovore exploration, session, and mutation, and galaxy. But now, oh boy, there's another one in town. It's called the Traveler's Gotcha, and it has its own token. It will stay locked until this happens. I haven't personally unlocked it yet, so I don't know if it's really a token or not, but I have a feeling it is. And it's gonna suck real hard getting that token, so, or getting this unlocked. So let me just spew a couple of tips for this, because I know how difficult it was for me to figure it out. Alright. The bottom three, you don't really have to worry about having a daily creature for those three. Use whatever creature you want. As long as it can walk, swim, or fly, you will be perfectly fine. And for the flying one, I would highly suggest you take 4 laps around the map, because that's what it took for me to get it. So you better be using a brick week, because that thing has 40 speed, and that thing is really fast. It's faster than a haliqual. I'm sorry, people. I will prove it to you right here. 40. Haliqual. Where is it? I can't see today. 35. This thing's slower than this thing. Who would have thunk it? That thing's also... And this thing's a starter creature. Yay! Well, yeah. So best one for flying is the Break Week, but unfortunately for me, I can't use that one right now. I unfortunately had a glimmer of it already, so I'm banned from using it until I get done with that series. Yes, those are my rules for that, and no, I am not kidding. Let me just show you. This one. You need to use 2 different species, not just creatures, species. They cannot be the same creature. They have to be a different species that has the same boost, the daily stat boost on it. And it has to be an adult, and you cannot one-shot your prey. Yes, that's a lot to take in, so you need to use 2 different species. You need to kill 2 people with each one, at least, without one-shotting them. And they both have to be adults, so you have to fully grow both of them. I better hope you have growth tokens, because that's gonna take a while. Now, this, basically what I figured out is you just grow glimmer creatures until the 30 minutes is up, and then you do it again the next day with a different species, as stated before. And then I completed this with the different species because it wouldn't let me complete it with the same species, which is how I know it's a different species, not just creature. So this, I grew that leaf hyena thing, that thing with the leaf tail. I don't know where it is. Don't feel like looking for it. Oh, there it is. This thing. I grew this thing. And then I grew the current one, which is a Reviathan. I called it Reviathan whenever I was first starting out because I picked it as my starter. I still love this thing. That's why I fear doing a Glimmer video on it. I really do. I'm actually actively avoiding the ones that I like to play as. If that's ever been a thing. And I got at least 45 blacklisted right now, so I gotta be careful. Alright, yeah, and I already stated that you need to use different species for each one, which I find very stupid and overkill, but okay. Okay, you do you. Crapping on new players again, yay! This is like Novus Warden all over again. And I was in the camp of, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this thing. But then I managed to somehow turn it around. Wanna know how I did it? I don't like glimmers. So guess what I did? I grew a bunch of big giant creatures, and I sold both their normal, things and their glimmer things. So their normal stored versions and their glimmer versions. Because I did all the big stompy ones, and I'm probably the one that caused that high ghost to coast you. So just so you know, I'm also the one that caused Novus Wardens to actually be common. Until I stopped. Because I just decided I didn't want to do that anymore. Yes, I was that guy. I sold at least 20 of these things every day. So yes, I really was that guy. It was very profitable too. And I sold the baby ones and fully grown ones too. But there was no refunds for the baby ones because, people die. You can use a token on that thing if you really want to revive it again, or you can just buy another one off me. I went off on a tangent though. This makes me a bit concerned. It really is treating new players like they're garbage, and I don't know if that's appropriate or not. I mean, hell, I don't know most social situations at all. I'm basically the equivalent of that guy that lives in the attic. Quite literally, I live in the attic. Not in the basement like people may think about people that do YouTube. Which, I don't think I'm better than them, though. Probably worse in some levels. Good God. Me not knowing social context hurts. But anyways, yeah, that was my general rundown of what that whole thing meant. I hope that helps people. And I'm being serious when I say this is not new player friendly, so if you're gonna try to do this gacha, get a little bit more experience in the game. At least get half the creatures before you even attempt it. I mean, good God. I feel so disappointed right now. Like, legitimately, I actually feel disappointed. But then I also don't. Because now stored variants will actually be a thing again. You wanna know why? This will be the undoing of a lot of people's mush. You wanna know why? You have to have an adult. Specifically, an adult. I tried to do it with a newborn. It did not work. I did it with a not fully grown adult. It did not work. It has to be age 100. Have the stat boost. And, well, not suck at melee. or, you know, biting people to death. Because otherwise, this will become people's undoing for mush. And, actually, it's probably exactly what they want. Let me see. Let me see if there's a thing that I can get. Oh. What do you mean partial mission unlock? I might want to get one of those for the Boreal, because I don't feel like growing that thing again. Oh, hi. Hi, Snow. Adorable little black cat, you. You can crawl on my lap? Yes, you are. Okay, I got sidetracked a little bit. But honestly, yeah, people are gonna be buying a lot more stored creatures that are fully grown. That have the yellow plus on it. That's the stat boost one. This one. So right now, before, you know, until people realize it, this will actually be maybe a business opportunity? I don't know. I don't know what people think. For Pete's sake. I can't get philosophy for the life of me. But what I do get is this. It's not going to be pleasant for new players. And I'm concerned. Very, very concerned. Because aren't new players the lifeblood of a game like this? If there isn't a new player playing this game, then what eventually happens to the old players that don't have any noobs to ransack or, you know, steamroll over, because coasting is accepted. I personally don't know, but I'm interested to find out. And I actually wonder what kind of backlash this had on the community. You know, because clearly not new player friendly. Clearly like the Novus Warden Land Sea Sky incident. I'm calling it an incident because it was not fun for anyone involved. And let's just be quite clear about this. They should not have hard capped the amount of mush people could get from that boss. That was just somewhat unfair, because it prevented the market in general from recovering on its own, so to speak. Because it was already pretty bad. But people like me like to hoard this stuff, so the market would have eventually balanced out. Because, you know, you want to save it up for the next best thing. You can't just buy something willy-nilly and hope for the best, you know. Alright, on my search for Felicio.